Hey guys, real quick before we get to the video today, I wanted to go over a couple of things here. I am currently a seller on eBay and on TcgPlayer, so I sell a whole plethora of things, guys. I'll be posting Lorcana Shimmering Skies, possibly deck stuff for Lorcana soon. I just sold out all of my Pokemon stuff, believe it or not. But I do have several like deck cores here. I have a Bant Commander deck, Whitewoods, cassette Sprite, got a European printed Sword Soul core. I have one of my old favorites. Just several things. I have football cards from the 1990s. Odd story, my grandfather passed away in 2018, and he left a box of cards with my name on it from 1990 and just said, hey man, I hope you make some good money here in the years later. And here we are now, so posting them for him, hoping to make some money. Also, my MTG store, or my TCG store, if you scroll on down, 100,000, yeah. So I do have a TcgPlayer Store. It's MatthewCodysCards. You can see the descriptions below. You'll see links to eBay and TcgPlayer, but please just hit me up. Say, hey, True, coming from, I don't know why it's not loading. Maybe it's because I posted it for too much money. But if you guys are interested in all, like I said, just, hey, True, I'm coming from the YouTube channel. Loved your last video on whatever, and I'll throw you a deal on cards we can work out. So maybe even give you like a $5 discount here. I don't know. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Later. Hey guys, Trina here. So today I want to go over what I think is going to be next format's meta tier list. I've had plenty of discussion about this with a lot of people, and this is the final conclusion that I came to on me personally. This list is totally up to whoever is watching, because there's just some great pilots out there that just know how to pilot their deck right. So you can never account for that, because it's just going to happen. We've seen it in recent YCSs with players who can pilot flu, or players who can really pilot like certain deck types that are just their cup of tea. So I'm just going off of like a general basis, correct? So here's what I landed on. I guess you can call this 0 and 0A. I think that Konami is going to F up, and they're going to hit Snake Eye and make everybody happy, but then we're all going to realize that they left these two decks untouched. And that's going to just bring us to another form of Tier 0, which sucks. But I feel like it's the truth. I think they're going to justify it by saying they want to give these two decks a chance to shine, and it's all we're going to see at the tops. Now, that being said, the more important part of this list, I think, is Tier 1. I very easily see the Snake Eye engine becoming Tier 1 post-Banlist, just because if they don't completely kill the deck, it'll just become a Tier 1 engine. That's just facts. It'll very much have Tier Limit effect on it, where Tier Limit got hit, even massacred, some would say, but it was still a Tier 1 engine, right? And I think Snake Eye is going to follow suit. I think that being said, the fourth strongest deck in the room will be Rogue, because I don't think they're going to touch it, because of Joshua Schmidt. The man seems to always get what he wants come Banlist time, so I think that this deck will stay untouched. I think a potential deck for Tier 1 is Rescueless, and that's because, let's say they hit this deck really hard and people still want to play Fire. This only has one card, right? 1 or 2? But it's still completely playable. I think another couple of decks that will be just as strong as one another will be Whitewoods and Lab. I don't think they're going to touch Lab. There's no reason for them to until Lab busts out on the scene. and same goes for Forest. I think Forest has a strong chance. I don't think it'll ever be the best, but I think it'll be pretty good. And then the last stragglers, I think, of Tier 1 potential, just because Branded will never get touched, because Konami has weird people in the game, and weird people like this deck. And then that being said, I think Sprite will be strong with all the water support coming out. And then last but not least, I'm calling Gimmick Puppets Tier 1 because I don't think they get touched on the list. And when this deck goes, this kind of deck is gonna just rise in power. So, and if anybody wants to argue with me about that, that's fine. But I just feel like that's gonna be a really strong deck. So, my Tier 2s, I only got 2 in here. I got Pearly in Tier Element just because water support's coming. So anytime water support comes, Tier is gonna be on the rise. And then Pearly, because it's just untouched, and you got fans of the deck that are like, hey, Snake Eye's gone, I'm gonna go play my deck. So, it's just gonna happen. Tier 3, I got Sword Soul and Infernoble. They're 2 of my main decks, and I just think they're Tier 3 at this point. Maybe even Tier 4, Tier 5. And then in that same conversation, we have the Fiendsmith by themselves. I've seen a couple of people in my locals try Fiendsmith by itself, and they just get stomped. And then Flu and Bank fall into that Tier 3 category. Now, for the interesting part of this list, at least in my opinion, Ice Barrier and Voiceless. We're getting a lot of water support down the pipeline. We've already seen the OCG that Atlantean Ice Barrier is topping. Granted, it's only a few Ice Barrier cards, you still call it an Ice Barrier part deck. So I feel like Ice Barrier is a dark horse to be a very good competitor in this next coming tournament, as long as Fire gets hit. And then Voiceless Voice. If the Banlist hits like the top 3 decks and Voiceless stays untouched, Voiceless is a sneaky competitor with like the Dogmatica package, Branded package, you could play Fiendsmith in it. Like, Voiceless becomes a competitor, I think. So, hold on to your Voiceless voice cards, hold on to your Ice Barrier cards. For the love of God, don't sell your Snake Eye engine if you plan on playing Fire at all Fire, because I don't think they're going to kill the deck, I think they're just going to turn it into an engine. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know your guys' comments down below. What do you think is going to happen with the next meta? I know we see a lot of the OCG reports where Tenpai is #1, but I feel like Yubel has already proven itself to step up to full power Snake Eye here in the TCG. So if you take away full power Snake Eye, I mean, we had this conversation in my chat like 2 days ago for 2 hours. It was like literally 4 people on one side, 4 people on the other, just saying why Tenpai is the best and why Yubel will be the best. So I feel like that's going to be a lot of the TCG in a sense. So just my thoughts, just my cup of tea. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Goes a long way for the channel. I really appreciate the views and everything and subscribers lately. It's been really cool to see. I know I'm doing kind of like this and Lorcana right now, but Lorcana is really hot, especially after the D23 announcements and everything. Like the new set, they're getting different types of decks. It's no longer just a long game. Now there's aggro decks, which I'm a huge fan of aggro, so I'm all about it. So hopefully Yu-Gi-Oh gets its shit together, becomes more fun, becomes a playable format, because especially with a couple of those announcements that Lorcana has made about what's coming in the future, like, it's really hard to see pro players turning a blind cheek to them. So, but anyway, guys, again, please like, comment, subscribe, be kind, be respectful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yes, let's go. Come on, level it. heavy metal, lead foot up on the pedal.